Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction. Today, guys, I'm checking out the remastered, the official remastered version of Dyers from the upcoming remastered And Justice for All from, of course, Metallica. Earlier today, as I'm recording this video, they announced that it's coming out November 2nd, I believe, and they, of course, have the original version, the deluxe edition with like 3 discs total with the remastered, some demos and live performances and such around the time of the release of the album, and then a whole bunch of other deluxe editions with vinyls and that kind of stuff. And Metallica, like in the past, they've released a remastered version, a remastered song from the album along with a live performance or whatever from one of the deluxe discs, and they released Dyers Remastered today. Now, this is not a remixing, if you will, because people in the past, when the Metallica announced we're doing remastered versions of our old albums, people thought, oh, they're gonna remix the thing and it's gonna sound different. Not really. They're just cleaning up some rough parts throughout the album. Remixing is where they go into all of the individual tracks and change up how it overall sounds. In this case, remastered, they're just cleaning up the audio and making it better for 2018 or whenever the album is being re-released. So this is probably not going to sound too different than what we've already heard from the 1988 original And Justice for All, but I'm excited because Dyers is a fantastic song. And then when they released The Wait official on the YouTube channel with the remastered version, people were demanding my reaction to that, and I decided to pass on it. So I'm going to jump into it now, guys. I'm not going to waste any more time. Metallica Dyers remastered from the upcoming remaster of And Justice for All. Let's jump into it now and hear the remastered version from, in my personal opinion, one of the best Metallica songs ever made. Let's go. Turn it up a little bit. Still sounds the same here. You hear the bass a little bit more there. Boom, boom, I heard that. The main riff sounds a little cleaner, but not by much that I can tell.
Dear mother, dear father, what is this hell you have put me through? Believer, deceiver, day in, day out, live my life through you. Pushed onto me what's wrong or right, hidden from this thing that they call life.
I need a little bit more bass.
Dear mother, dear father, every thought I think you disapprove. You're a dictator, always censoring my every move. Children of see that I'm not heard. Tear out everything.
I can tell a slight difference. A slight difference. Maybe once I hear the whole entire record remastered, maybe I'll notice some other like major differences, how it overall just sounds different.
Torn from me without your shelter. But reality, I'm living blindly.
Yeah, it just sounds cleaner, yeah.
Dear mother, dear father, time has frozen still. What's left to be here? Nothing, say nothing. Can I face the fact that
It sounds like the double bass is a little bit, like, I don't know about louder, but it definitely sounds maybe not so muddy. But then again, the bass drum in general for this record was like so clear compared to the previous records. Yeah, I can hear bass a little bit better. I wonder if the solo's gonna sound any different. It sounds like they've cleaned up where when the solo comes in, you can actually hear more distinctly the actual rhythm. If I remember correctly, like on the original release, the rhythm is harder to hear when the solo kicks in a little bit. Love that. Love this riff. James doesn't sound any different with this remaster. His vocals sound the same. I bet if I go back and listen to the original Dyers and then this, I might hear more differences, but first listen to only minor stuff. Such an abrupt ending. Yeah, it's only minor stuff. The thing was, like, I was hoping for a little bit more of a difference, because maybe it's depending on when the album was released, because especially because more recently, I mean, I've heard the remasters of Master of Puppets, the remastered version, but I recently bought it physical and started listening to it more in the car and all that kind of stuff and on my iPod. And I notice more of a difference in terms of the original 1986 release to the remastered version. And I hear not major changes, but enough for me to notice a difference in terms of the sound quality. With this, it doesn't really sound too different than the 1988. The only thing I notice is that the main riff, which for a lot of people for a long time, the main riff was kind of hard to learn, because is it just a straight note, or is there hammer-ons and pull-offs during that main riff that comes in? The riffs, that riff sounds cleaner, and the solo, when it kicked in, the rhythm I can hear a little bit better. And the biggest thing is people when they heard they were remastering this, does that mean the bass is actually going to get turned up in the mix? We can actually hear Jason? No, unless they were remixing the album, then maybe. But the remaster, it's just, they're just cleaning up the audio and making it sound overall hopefully better. There's been, of course, remasters. Bands put out remastered versions of stuff, and it's not that good. But in this case, just hearing this, it sounds a little bit better, but not enough to where I'm like, oh my god, I'm blown away. Still a fantastic song, you can't take that away from it, but the little bits of bass that I can hear a little bit better, it's because the riff, I mean, the main chorus riff is just power chords. Holding power chords, holding power chords. Well, if you play Metallica, Guitar Hero Metallica, and you play the bass part on that game, you realize that during that whole entire chorus sections where they're just holding power chords for the guitars, Jason is playing this fast-paced riff on the bass, and you wouldn't realize that unless you turned up the bass or played it on the game and realized, oh wait, he's actually playing a bunch of notes here during the chorus. Well, James and Kirk are just playing rhythm and just playing power chords and holding them. I can hear a little bit of him playing during the chorus, and especially when a riff is hit and then it's stopped, I can hear a little bit of the bass. I can hear a little bit of where Jason's hitting a bass note matching with the guitars, which is good, because I feel like, yes, this album, to a lot of people, is a masterpiece, and I claim I think their best record overall. I mean, sometimes it's Master of Puppets, sometimes Injustice for All today, and it's been for a little bit. Injustice for All, to me, is still my favorite album from them, but it goes back and forth, because Metallica's my favorite band. Things always change for me within Metallica, but it's like the sound is legendary. But Jason, being a fantastic bass player, we've seen it in live performances, and if you really dive deep into what he's playing on this record, you also agree, but you can't really hear it. So I'm hoping when we hear the entirety of the remastered Injustice for All that we'll hear more of Jason's bass. I'm not asking for them to turn the bass up so high in some of these remasters you see on YouTube or whatever it's called in Jason for All, which is good, but the bass is so high it doesn't sound great. It just sounds cool because you can hear Jason's bass higher in the mix. But I'm hoping we hear more of it a little bit in the remastered in its entirety, because I feel like with this song I can hear a little bit, but I'm hoping we hear more of it in one, and especially with Until Live Is to Die as well, and then also of course Blackened and all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited for the remaster, I really am. But I was expecting a little bit more, hoping for a little bit more in terms of this remaster, but it's okay. It is what it is. It's still a fantastic song. Sounds a little bit better, but I'm gonna wait to see what the other songs from the remaster is going to sound like, and then to give my final verdict or not, whether this was worth putting out as a remaster. I mean, I'm all excited for the demos. Like my main thing is, yeah, cool remaster, but you're putting out like demos and rough mixes of these songs, and I'm excited to hear those. And then of course the live performances as well they're putting out that have been previously unreleased. Some of them, because I know they're doing a vinyl version of Live Shit Binge and Purge, which, if you guys know, that's the legendary Seattle 1989 concert, which is their best concert to date. It's phenomenal. And they're putting some of those out they're putting the entirety of it on a vinyl, but they're also putting it out, some of it on a deluxe CD, like some tracks, like I think like 2 or whatever. So that's cool. But anyways, this was cool to listen to. Was hoping for more, but it is what it is. I'm curious to know what you guys thought about this remaster of Dyers Eve. Which version of the remastered of Injustice for All are you going to get? Are you going to get the just regular edition, with just the remaster, the deluxe with 3 discs? Or are you going to go for the $200 Ultimate Deluxe thing with the vinyls and all this crazy shit and DVDs and all this nonsense? Let me know in the comment section below, guys. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.